Hi, it's Liberty from Before and Afters, and it is our 4th anniversary at Century Farms. We got several inches of snow a week ago, but it warmed up and it has all melted. So here we are on December 22nd, 2025, and it looks like a spring day outside. So I decided to start outside today and show you what it looks like. We had a bunch of wind a few days ago, so the garland is all messed up on the porch and maybe a few other things. I'm going to take you in the house through the front door. This is the way my piano students take when they come in. And it's also the way I like to bring first-time visitors so they get to see the best side first. I'm hoping that this is a last look at our porch. I'm really hoping that by next year, this will be replaced. So now to tell you about the things that we got done this year since last year, 1 year ago, and that was painting the trim above these windows and the front door. I just got that project done in October. It was a lot of scraping and sanding and painting. And I believe you saw this nativity set last year. This swing was a new find for me, a free porch swing. So I hope this is a good spot for it. The cats are probably going to use it the most. And one of the first things you'll notice is the piano is not there anymore. So I realized that it would work better to have this area as my waiting room. And I put the piano in the dining room. And it does really work a lot better going in and out this outside door and then this door. So as you can see, there's the piano, and I got to use 2 different rugs to designate 2 different zones for the piano and the dining room. I made that rug under the table by taping different carpet squares together. I wanted to get a new rug, but I just could not find what I envisioned, and so I decided to make it. And I'm really glad I did. I really like how it turned out, and it's working well. The tape that I used under it is called T-Rex tape. This is my 4th year working with King of Christmas, and this year they sent me ornaments. There were some on the hutch there on that garland, and there are some on this tree, of course. And we had a musical theme. There's a piano, a keyboard. Here's another ornament. I really liked this set. It had various shades of blue and teal ornaments. You can see those long ornaments. One of the biggest projects we did earlier in the year was replacing the windows in this room and the living room and the craft room and the downstairs bathroom. You can see the trim got all redone. Sadly, it's hidden by the curtains, but I'm really happy with how the trim turned out. On the trim near the floors, I polystained over what was there without sanding it down, and it still turned out just wonderful. My new piano matches the color of the trim so nicely. It just looks like it was meant to be. And so now that's my teacher chair. And here's another look at the trim. I chose a matte satin finish, and I really like that. Okay, we're going to go into the kitchen from the dining room. all decorated for Christmas. There is something new here in the kitchen. A couple things, actually. And the first one is this backsplash. It is a peel and stick glass tile backsplash with no grout. If you want to see a video or post of how I did that and the problem I ran into, let me know and I will work on getting that. We do have an outlet here that kind of runs into it. So I just installed it, the cover over it, so it's kind of at an angle. It needs a spacer, the outlet cover does, so that it'll be even, but that's working for now. So I am so excited to have that pretty backsplash in my kitchen, and it protects the wall like a backsplash should. And then the other thing is in my cabinet. I put contact paper in here, and it's one piece all the way down the side, across the bottom, and back up the other side. So again, if you want more details on that. So many cabinets under the sink have water issues, and sure enough, I did find a little leak when I was under there, but I think I tightened up what it was. So anyways, contact paper can really help save your kitchen cabinet under the sink. And I love using contact paper everywhere, and that pattern matches what I put in my trash lid. And it being stainless steel or some kind of metal, it makes it so easy, so much more easier to clean the inside of the trash can lid because of that contact paper. So, oh, and my anti-fatigue mats have lasted about 3.5 years, I would say. I really like them. They make a big difference there when you're standing at the sink doing dishes. And oh, there's one more thing too. This looks like an air conditioner, but you know it's December. It is an air conditioner, but it is also a heat pump. The air conditioner we got before was recalled. It's a U shape, so a U design, so most of it's outside, but it sits on the sill, and then part of it is inside, and it has a remote. And when it's 40 degrees or warmer outside, it will work. But when it's colder than that, I think it's 40 degrees, it won't work. So it's not working right now. It's been pretty cold. But we've enjoyed using this when it is warm enough to use it. So that's the kitchen. Okay, so now we will go back in through the living room, and I will show you what's new in here. You know, we've had these new windows for so long that I kind of forgot that we have new windows in the living room too. And there's our second tree. I got something I wish I had gotten a long time ago for the living room, and that is this dog bed for the dog to help keep our carpet nicer and keep her trained in one place. She really does like using it and being with the family. She was with the family before, but the carpet was a lot more messy. So, and now as we turn around, you will see one of my newest roadside finds, and that is this fireplace surround. I found the wooden part, and then I was able to buy the insert for just $45 used because it doesn't have its remote, or that's one of the reasons. And then David built that little box area to raise it up higher. So here we are, all ready for Christmas, and I finally have a mantle area they've never had. That little brick snowman was also free, and that's to keep the door from hitting the top corner of the little fireplace. But that is so cozy and pretty. I'm really enjoying that little fireplace. So we'll back into the mudroom here. So that's the view you see if you come in through our mudroom door, right here. And now I'm going to show you our dog door. Yeah, that's the other doorway. David's working on the ceiling. He's got it partway finished. So I think it was around March or April, we finally finished the fence outside for the dog. And somebody gave us this little door that we were able to insert into the window. It's actually a big door. And here's a ramp that we made using some old shed doors. And here's Lady. Hi, Lady. She's going to come up and show you how this works. I did have that love seat there for quite a while until we turned on the heat this winter, and there's a heater there on the floor. So I switched this bench. It's on bed risers on the end by the window. So it's at an angle, and she can jump on that bench just fine to get in and out. And it's so much better than that couch. And I really like having that couch in the waiting area. And there's the doghouse that my husband and son built. It's pretty large with a porch, as you can see. It's practically a mansion for a dog. So going back in the mudroom, there you are again. That was the sewing machine that's displaced because of the Christmas tree. Here's the bathroom with that shelf is kind of new, I think, with its new window. And so nice not to have to worry about any old windows anymore. We are done with the window replacement projects. And going to the exercise room once again for another year. Nothing done in here. I did want to paint this door on the porch side. That's why the windows are taped up. But I didn't paint it yet. And there's a reason for that. This is my porch shed door. And I think, well, that's looking back in there. I think that I keep forgetting to show you inside this door. As you can see, I started scraping it to paint it. But here's just a quick look in here. I really like having my own little shed, porch shed, I call it, to put seasonal things and garden things, kind of like a garden shed too. Outdoor decor type stuff. So this door has to stay open a crack for that little cord, and I think I've told you about that before. It's remote operated. Also, that heated dog bowl, water bowl for the cats, the plug goes in there too, because the outlet is inside that little shed area. So here's Jack. Our outside cats are very nice. And here is a door I picked up for free that I want to put on that other door that's taped up. And once we have that storm door on, then I'll be able to have a door closed so I can paint the interior door. and not let any animals in or out. So let's head over down to the basement. I was thinking as I was bringing you down here that it's the same old basement, nothing new, but actually there is one small thing new. So I'm going to show you that. Still about the same amount of stuff down here. I said before, I don't want to fill this basement up. I don't want to fill up the attic either. So the same stuff is here. And the new thing I did was put a little pattern of frosted paper stuff on the window, and it looks really nice then from the outside. Oh, and I gave away some windows. I had a whole bunch more old windows there, but I gave most of those away. If you were visiting me in real life and you hadn't seen the changes, I would be taking you around the house the same way. So we'll come up the basement steps, turn the corner, and I've been using these mudroom steps more and more since that couch is out of the way. The door opens easier, and there's a brighter light bulb in there now. So here's the laundry room. Here's a look out to the dog fence and the dog house where she's got her own porch. And now we'll just go up the attic steps. The last couple of months, I have spent a lot of time in the attic because I had an idea to hang some curtains, and it has made the attic a really nice, usable place. So these are just shower curtains. I don't know if I'll leave them there, but I thought I would try it. And I've got storage things behind it. Christmas things, suitcases, fans. You can access it either way right here. I like to use sheets to keep the dust off of everything. And there's some more shower curtains. So I don't know if I'll leave it or if I like it, but back here is where what it looks like. So you can see I have a rug somebody gave me. I've got a futon that came apart. I was able to bring up here. And I just love how hanging these curtains in the attic has made it a cozy space. The temperature has to be just right because it's not insulated up here. But you would be surprised how cold it can be outside and still feel nice up here because the sun warms up the roof with the black slate, and then it heats up the attic. So we might actually have more of a problem in the summer when it's too hot, but I have some ideas for that. So this is going to be my son's side. We'll see if anybody ever uses this space up here much. If anything, I think it has shown everybody what the attic could look like if we did finish it and all the use we could get out of it. At these stairs, I would like to put a removable railing so that you could remove it to get furniture and stuff up and down, but so that the railing could be used when needed. Whenever people come to our house and they're not used to it, they get all turned around with these turns that we make, but we are quite used to it. It doesn't bother us at all. So it's 2 steps down into this room, and it's looking good. My son started practicing the trombone this year. That's a new thing. That's something in the 3D printer. So I'm happy to see where he goes with the trombone. He likes using a sleeping bag instead of bedding. I think it has to do with the outdoor tenting, camping thing that he likes to do. I did put wallpaper up on the ceiling here around the fan. Part of it's coming off and I need to redo it, but I like that. I might want to do something like that in the laundry room too with a different pattern. We'll see. There is a new thing in the bedroom that happened just a few weeks ago. I really thought we needed a new mattress. And so here we are cutting the old mattress in half so that we can get it out more easily. It's a king size and it actually cut pretty quickly. I should have started this video sooner when we were opening the mattress, but it
you want to grab
expanded
this and help
pretty
tear
quickly.
It from that side? Like climb on the
once
mattress.
we unrolled it and got the plastic open.
Is it gonna work?
They recommend that you can
cutter
sleep on it the first night, even though it takes 2 or 3 days to fully expand. And we did. We slept on it that night, and
that's good.
I think it feels a whole lot better than our old mattress. So I'm glad we did that. You can tell when the bed's made, but turning around to go into the bathroom this direction. Back in October, I spent a lot of time finishing up some little things here in this bathroom that I just hadn't done, and that was the ceiling trim. So I cleaned it, I taped it, I primed it, I painted it. I must have gone around that ceiling 5 or 6 times with a ladder. And then I also poly stained that trim, the door jamb on the inside. I added these magnets and this little piece of board so that there's no gap when these doors are closed. That was another just little thing that needed to be done, and finally finished it. The only thing left in this bathroom now, I think, are the baseboards, and should be completely finished. So we'll turn around now. Oh, you can see me. Ta-da! Okay, going back out. Here's the craft room. If you look at the video from last year, as I did, you will see the craft room looks different. I do have the new windows, which you can't see, but this cabinet is new. This is like a garage cabinet I got from Lowe's. It was pretty cheap. The inside shelves were not white. They were unfinished, and I painted them before I assembled the cabinet. But it's really deep, and there's a lot of room in there, so I was able to get rid of a bunch of other things and consolidate them into that cabinet, and I'm glad I did that. There's just always projects on the floor. And here is my daughter's room. Not much different in here, except the cat found it. All decorated for Christmas. She really likes her own space in here, and it's good to see her enjoying this room. Well, I think you've seen all the inside of the house, so let's go back outside and go around outside once more. Little patches of green grass. When we replace the porch, we also need to do the sidewalks. I don't know which will get done first, but the sidewalks need done too. And there's the new windows from the outside. I kind of forget about that. I'm not always coming out here to look at that. Here's an old stump from an old dead tree that we had cut down a long time ago, and I started chopping at it to get rid of it, and made good progress. Only a little bit left. So yeah, I don't often look at the house from this angle, but it's fun. So there's the one people gate on the dog fence by that chimney there. And then as we go around, you'll see there's this lawnmower gate on the back. And then the field, we walk around it sometimes. If we walk the dog around it, it's like walking around the block. So tell me if you think I should put music in the background, or if you just like hearing me talk and think music is a distraction. There's the other people gate here on this side. So, oh, and that's a car we acquired a few months ago. We expect to have another driver in the family maybe next summer. So, well, there you are, all the way around the house. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this little update with me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.